Hello miners, Rusty coming at you. We're going to do a Stockman summary comparison here. So what we have is a queen. I'd call this a small Stockman with red composite. Handles, we got the Rough Ryder Buckshot bone. It's also a small. And these two are almost identical. We have a medium, and this is a sow belly. So it's actually a little bit different than the other two. And this is the Roper Pit Viper, and I would call that a medium as well. See if we can get those kind of lined up here. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, so maybe, and it's got more like kind of some square ends. And then we got the maybe a large, and that would be Carbon Classic 2. And you can see how they, and then what we might call a Texas Stockman. So that's really kind of big. So let's get some of these out of the way. I'm sure you guys watch the videos. Hopefully you watch the videos on these. And I'm limited on space here with my tree stump. How do you like that? So let's crank this up a tad and take a peek at this queen. This has 440C, a little bit what you might call weak springs, but that's, I think, the trade-off on this. This is $14.99 at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it's good, except for the blade grind on this one. Okay, not bad. Like I said, looks like a recurve. They put a recurve into a sheep's foot, and yeah. So anyways, I do think this is the same knife, and also $14.99, and this is made by Rough Ryder. So mirror polish, maybe a little bit different for, well, yeah, the poles are on the opposite side, and Rough Ryder has a nice, what do you want to call that, swedge on top. About the same action. They're kind of light on the poles, and these knives are not what I would call, hard use knives. They're small, and they would be just nice carries, but you're not dealing with much of a blade. We'll leave those out there. Moving up to medium, just because I just want to get this in here. This one's in D2 steel. It's a marbles. It has a sow belly, which is this curvature in the back. So when we open this up, better poles on this. D2 steel. We got a swedge on top there. Does change the ergos a little bit. And still has, what do we got here? Sheep's foot with the swedge. I thought these were ground better than the queen. So we've got better grinds on this. Good springs. $16. So not bad. Not bad considering, we got 440C, 440A, and D2 steel. Where's the other one here? We're going to move up about the same size, and this is Roper knives. They're Stockman, and on their threads, their threaded liners look like threads. That's kind of cool. This one does have a touch of that curvature, but certainly not the sow belly. The action, I feel like the pull might be partly due to the drag. Okay, so it's not necessarily the spring that's causing this pull. This pull's about a 6.5, maybe a 6. It just feels dirty in there, despite I've cleaned it out. However, the blades are pretty decent. I do like, these are in carbon steel. 1065, which is a bit of a spring steel. It's related to like 5160, so it's a carbon steel. It will rust, but it's a pretty tough steel. I believe BPS knives, if you guys are familiar with BPS out of Ukraine, I want to say they're in the 1065, and I even think my old hickory is in that lineup. You know, we got 1060, 1065, I want to say 1075, maybe 10, is it 1084, 1085, whatever they are. And then 1095. It's just all the differences in the percentage of carbon. Okay, now we're looking at one that should have about 1% carbon, and it's called T10. So this is a carbon steel from Ryder, and Carbon Classic 2. The pull on this is great. That means the spring is good. The swedge is great. The finish is mirrored finish. I think the grind is nice. I think the edge was nice. It has half stops. Okay, so if I was to pick a favorite, I would pick this one. If you guys are looking for an EDC, it's relatively, obviously it's bigger than anything else I've shown so far, but it's sometimes you need it's a decent sized knife to do some work. This one, excuse me, still has smaller blades, just what I normally find if I bring out, something like that, so you guys get an idea. However, that's what we're looking at there. I do feel like you can carry 3 blades compared to the one. And let's just do this for fun. So, I mean, cutting edge and stuff, pretty kind of darn similar. Let's see if I can get out here. Okay, they just go different ways. One kind of goes up, the other goes down. But if we measured it, might find some similarities. Now we're getting into a larger one. This is a little bit, maybe perhaps a little hard to carry. It'd be, have maybe tendency to want to pull your pants down unless you carry it on your belt. And that was beautiful action. Little weak, you might think. Where are we at? Ooh, okay, so there's your spade blade. And then take a look at the size of that. Pretty much call that a coping blade. A lot of people might call that a sheep's foot, but check out the difference between a coping blade and a sheep's foot. Either way, we all know that's a useful blade, and that's a relatively big blade. And we'll get this one out next to the Kaiser Towser K, and you can see we have some competition. Well, you guys know I like the Towser K, and you could carry that and something like this with the 3 blades and be in business, so to speak. So anyways, that's what we're looking at in terms of sizes, styles, options, if you will. Thanks for tuning in.